What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia, and this is a full body beginner workout.
Today's strength training routine will work to build lean muscle while burning fat.
You'll only need a pair of dumbbells, but you may want to have a bench, box, or a chair available.
This is a no repeat session, so we'll be performing just one set of each exercise.
Now let's go.
Let's begin with a brief warm-up, preparing our bodies for the work to come. The first move is going to be a hamstring sweep. I'm going to place my right straight leg out. I'm on that heel. I'm going to hinge at my hips. It means my butt goes back, reaching forward, and then sweeping my arms up and over. Alternate legs, left straight leg out now. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg. And as you're performing this one, we want big arm circles, testing the outer limits of that range of motion. And then as you're hinging at your hips, you're driving those glutes backwards, feeling that stretch through your hamstring, glutes, lower back.
Do your best to try not to turn this into a squat. Keep that same knee flexion in the foot. That is your base foot.
Yeah, when we talk about a hinge, that's driving those hips back and hinging at our waist and hips. For 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, next up, we're gonna move on over to either a wall or a door. Technically, you could do this one just on your own, a little easier up against the wall. We're gonna do a deep wall squat plus reach. So up against the wall, I'm going to allow my hips to sink down as low as you can. Whatever that looks like for you, press up against the wall, getting that mobility in our knees and our hips. Now, mixing in a reach straight up overhead, and then arms back down. And as you're sitting here, allow your hips to kind of sink a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Not gonna be here for very long, I promise. Let's give about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You can press up against the wall if you need to get back up. Shake it out. And we are ready to go. As we said in the introduction, we're performing just one set of every exercise. For our first one, we need 2 dumbbells. We're gonna do a sumo deadlift plus hammer curl. So 2 equal weighted dumbbells. Our legs are gonna be nice and wide in that sumo stance with our toes pointed out. We are gonna count repetitions today. Sitting back, weight in my hips, head, chest up. Good range of motion down, come up, and hammer curl palms facing one another. That's 1 repetition. We're gonna do 12 of them together. Ready, Claudia?
Yep, I'm ready.
Ready out there, HASfit Tribe? Let's do it. Sitting back, weighting those hips. Back up. And again on that hammer curl, keeping those palms facing in. This is a strength training workout, not a HIIT workout, so we need to be mindful of our pace. We're inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. And technically, you could get 2 breaths in for each repetition on this one if you'd like. 1 on the deadlift, 1 on the curl. Leave that one up to you.
Okay, this is your halfway point. 6 more to go, so I hope you chose a weight that's challenging you, but is not too heavy or too light.
Yeah, and that's part of the learning process of strength training for those of you who are new to it. Choosing the appropriate weights for different movement patterns. You want to be able to complete all 12 reps, but you don't want to feel like it was easy by the end either.
Come on, here's number 10. 2 more.
We're working our hamstrings, glutes, quadriceps, low back, upper back, biceps, and forearms.
Last one right here. Come on, number 12.
All right.
Nice job.
Okay, so we'll be working complementary muscle groups throughout today's workout. We're moving next into a dumbbell shoulder press. Again, we need 2 dumbbells for this next one. And we're gonna perform 12 shoulder presses. Feet are shoulder width apart. Dumbbells are coming up by our ears. Elbows are slightly bent in at a 45-degree angle.
So not out here, not flared out here. Nice 45-degree angle.
Just healthier on our shoulders. Pressing straight up and control that lowering phase for 12 reps. Big deep breath. And here we go.
Exhale as you push up, over, and inhale down.
And we'll notice on this one, by working complementary muscle groups, we're gonna allow the muscles that we're just working to rest while we're working a new set of muscle groups. Let's work on our shoulders, triceps, and even a little chest.
There's 6, halfway.
Keep your core tight and engaged. We don't want it loose on this one, but a nice full 360-degree bracing.
Come on, 3 more.
And notice how we're controlling that lowering phase. We're not just allowing the dumbbells to come down fast, but we're controlling that yielding, eccentric phase of the movement.
Last one right here, number 12.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
All right, for our next one, we need just 1 dumbbell. I'm gonna go a little heavier on this one. Again, for you, might be the same weight. We're gonna perform a 1-arm dumbbell row, and we're gonna do it from a staggered stance. So let's get your right foot back, both knees are bent. I'm gonna place my opposite hand on my hip. Now I'm gonna hinge and bend over at a 45-degree angle. Notice my back isn't here, it's here, shoulders are retracted. Now I'm going to pull back from that elbow and row 12 times on that elbow, lead the way. Ready, and begin.
So making sure our shoulders stay nice and square. Shoulder blades retracted. We pull back from the elbow.
And this is one of the moves that sometimes if you're brand new, it's helpful to have a mirror around just to check to make sure that back is straight and you don't have any of this rounding going on.
No rounding and no rotating as you pull.
We're pulling back from that elbow. So that elbow leads the way, not the hand.
It's 10, 2 more.
Keep that.
11.
And 12.
Switch.
All right, same move, opposite side now. So just get set up with the opposite lead foot, opposite hand on the hip, shoulders are square, back is straight, and begin. Again, think about that elbow leading the way, not the hand. I like to say, pretend there's a string attached to that elbow, and that string is pulling back from it. And it will ensure that we're engaging the right muscle groups here, really working our lats, which is that big back muscle under the arm.
Here's 10, 2 more.
11, last one, and 12.
Nice work.
Next up, we're gonna work on our core with an overhead march. I'm gonna grab 2 really light dumbbells.
And I'm just going to use my body weight here.
You decide what's appropriate for you. I'm gonna press my arms straight up overhead, and now I'm going to alternate right and left legs, bringing that opposite knee into my chest, keeping my core engaged. We're doing this one for 45 seconds in total. Ready, and begin. So we want a 360-degree bracing in your core. Don't just allow your midsection to be loose here. But like the analogy we like is like a balloon filling up in your core. So you're pressing out all the way around.
Remembering to breathe through this whole movement. You can inhale as you take your leg down and exhale as you bring your knee up.
That's it. So it's not a cardio move here, but instead really bracing that core, contracting it while we bring up alternating knees.
That's right. Your core is so important for your everyday, daily movements. You want to give that a good strengthening here from the inside out.
And 3, 2, 1, 0.
Excellent.
Get a little extra credit on the shoulder burn too there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next up, we are going to perform a side squat. I'm gonna use 1 dumbbell.
And I'm not going to use a dumbbell at all. So again, with the body weight here.
I'm gonna hold my one dumbbell in a goblet position so I have it up here at the top of the dumbbell. I'm gonna start with my feet together. And I'm gonna step to my right side, drop the weight back in my hips, squat down, and as I stand up, bringing my feet together. Then I'm gonna step to the left side, step out, drop down, and back together. We're doing this one for 12 repetitions in total. Ready, and begin. Step. I want you to break at the hips, then the knees. Very important, hips, then knees. And you're driving through that midfoot, so that means that we're not coming forward onto our toes or falling back onto our heels.
So you may not be able to get as deep if that's the case, depending on ankle mobility and all types of factors here. So do the best that you can. But even if your squat is here, then that's where it is today.
That's it. Every beginner has to start somewhere.
That's right.
And every repetition, you can get a little bit better. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Last two. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to give those legs a break.
Nice job.
We need 2 dumbbells for our next one. We're moving into a dumbbell reverse fly. You're not going to need heavy weight for this one, I promise you. So we're going to start with our feet hip width apart, bending our knees. Then we're going to bend over on a 45-degree angle. Back stays straight. Now I'm going to bend at my elbows like I'm wrapping my arms around a big tree, giving it a hug. I'm going to keep that same bend in my elbows throughout the whole move. Now I'm going to pull apart, squeeze the middle of my back, and control the way back down. We're doing this one for 12 repetitions. Ready? And begin. And again, I want you to inhale on the way down and exhale as you pull them up on that hardest part of the move. Keeping those elbows bent throughout.
Halfway point. Doesn't take much weight at all here.
And again, notice how my elbows, that elbow angle isn't changing for me. Working our rhomboids, middle back, posterior shoulders.
Last one right here.
And
Beautiful.
there's 12. All right, we're gonna move into a move for our triceps next. We're gonna isolate that big muscle in the back of our arm, getting set up in a similar position. Need 2 dumbbells.
Keeping the same weight for me.
Me too. All right, now I'm gonna keep that similar position to start, but now I'm gonna bring my upper arm up and lock it into place. Now I'm gonna extend only at my elbow and return back down. Palms are facing in on this one. We're doing it for 12 repetitions in total. Here we go. Working different muscle groups in the last one. Begin. Control that way down, slow it down. I know it'd be tempting to speed this one up and get it over with. But we're not in it just for speed, we're in it for results.
Ooh, that's 7.
And control that way back, give it a good squeeze at the top.
There's 10, 2 more, come on. 11, last one.
And 12.
Excellent.
All right, we're gonna mix it up next. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep the same weights. I was thinking about that. We're gonna move into a reverse lunge, and I'm gonna use 2 dumbbells.
And now if you have your bench, box, or chair, or even a wall, now would be a time to get that out.
Yeah, if you want a little help in balance and support, the chair is very helpful. Keeping good posture on this one, or maybe you wanna do it on your own with no dumbbells. A lot of tools to work with there. I'm gonna step back with my left foot, dropping my both knees down to a 90-degree angle and come back up. We're gonna do all one side at a time. We're gonna do 8 on each side for a reverse lunge. Ready? And begin. Step back, drop down, back up.
So inhale down. Exhale as you push through that lead leg.
Working our hamstrings, quadriceps, glutes. It's also considered a unilateral exercise. Great to work one side independently of the other. Helps us to knock out any imbalances we may have developed.
There's 6. 2 more.
Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Controlled, not a race.
Last one right here.
All right, same move, opposite side now.
Switch your chair.
Big deep breath and begin. So we want to, if you have good mobility, you can come down to like just until that knee touches the ground. I call it like a little kiss and back up, but we don't want to bounce that knee to the floor. And if mobility isn't quite there, do the best you can at how far you come down.
That's 5, 3 more.
A little discomfort in the knees is okay. So don't be shy away from that. This is how they're gonna get stronger.
There's 7, last one right here.
It's a very healthy move for those knees. And 8, very
Excellent.
good. Next up, we're gonna do a push-up, but we're gonna give you a few different variations. I'm gonna do mine from a bench. You could also use a chair or a countertop.
And for the easiest variation, if you're truly a beginner, I'm gonna do mine from the wall.
So basically your body angle is gonna dictate where you're at. The higher up you are, the easier it is. The further down you are, the harder it is.
So there's always a progression, right? The closer you can get to the ground, the harder it is.
So we are gonna line those hands up with our chest, regardless of which device or implement you're using. Or if you're great at push-ups and you wanna go to the floor, you can do that too. We're gonna do 12 push-ups, lowering our body, keeping our elbows bent at a 45-degree angle, and return back up. 12 in total. Ready and begin. I want you to inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And this is under control. Again, we're not flying through this.
And so for my variation on the wall, the closer your feet are, the easier it's going to be. As you back your feet up, it is going to increase the level of difficulty here.
Inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. Make sure you're bending at those elbows. I don't want any chicken head push-ups here, right? Instead, whole body comes, whole body goes up.
That's right. You can really feel this in your chest.
Working our chest, triceps, shoulders, even our core, keeping that core straight. You don't want your butt up and you don't want it sinking either. Last 2. Inhale on the way down. Here we go, last one, make a count. And 12, excellent. All right, let's move on to our lower body. And we're gonna move to the floor, working our little core, little glutes with this next one. Gonna lie down onto our backs with our feet firmly planted on the floor and bring those feet nice and close to your glutes. Now I'm gonna drive off of my feet, really through that heel, bringing my glutes up, and now I'm gonna squeeze my backside for a good 1/1000 at the top, and then control the way back down. So it's a hip up plus isometric squeeze. All right, we're gonna do this one for 15 repetitions in total. Ready, begin, up, squeeze, control the way down. A lot of benefits of this move, great for our glutes, our core.
You want to exhale as you push through those heels and give a squeeze at the top. Inhale down, catch your breath, and exhale. And if you begin to feel a little bit of a burn in your quads, make sure that you scooch those heels back.
Yeah, if you have your feet too far out, then your quads start to take over.
That's right.
We really want to focus on our hamstrings, glutes, lower back with this one. And again, strength training, not a race here. We're after that time under tension, making those muscles work.
6 more.
Starting to feel that burn. We know it's working. Come on. Every repetition is getting you that much closer to your goals. Keep putting in that work and you'll get there.
There's 3 more.
Make sure to get that good 1/1000 squeeze at the top. Don't skip it.
All right, last one right here. Inhale, exhale, drive through those heels.
All right.
All done.
All right, so next up, we're gonna move into a reverse crunch. So we can extend our legs out in front of us, and we're gonna start by gluing our lower back to the floor. That's what I really want you to focus on. So you shouldn't be able to get my hands in between. Now, I'm gonna bring both feet up, or both knees up. I'm gonna do a reverse crunch with 2 legs.
And I'm going to do the reverse crunch, bringing one knee up, returning to starting position, and alternating.
We're gonna do this one for 45 seconds in total. Ready, begin. Again, that lower back stays glued to the floor. And then another way to make it harder or easier is whether or not you allow those feet to rest in between repetitions.
That's right. If you are doing my variation and resting your feet between feels too easy, why don't you try leaving the base leg up and then just bringing up one knee and returning.
And again, give yourself a little self-check. Make sure you can't get those hands under your lower back.
That's right. Make sure you keep the lower back down the whole time.
Again, not a race. It's under control, making those abs engage and contract. Nice big deep breaths. Not much left here.
Come on, tribe. You got it. Let's go.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Excellent
All
job.
right, we're gonna work our core again, but in a different capacity with a side plank. So I'm just gonna turn over onto my side now, and I'm gonna line up my shoulder and my elbow, and I'm gonna come up onto both feet on that side.
And I'm actually going to leave my base leg down.
So you decide if you want 2 feet up or 1 foot up. But we're gonna do 30 seconds each side. Ready, begin. So it's just a side plank. We're just holding here. Not only are we working that oblique, but we're also working that medial glute.
Oh, yeah.
Feel that glute working as well, just to hold and maintain here. It's 30 seconds on each side.
That's right. You have 10 more seconds before we give it a switch.
Making sure to breathe.
Yep, breathe the whole movement. Don't hold your breath. We're flipping in 4, 3, 2, 1, and other side.
All right, drop that hips, flip over. You can just turn over. You don't have to do the whole switch like we do here for camera purposes. And up. Make sure you have a nice straight line from that shoulder all the way down to your knee or foot. No hip sink, not up in the air either. Come on.
Breathing, breathing.
So close. Come on, stay tough, tribe.
You got it. You got it. Let's go. Not much left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down.
Excellent. Excellent work, Claudia.
Excellent. Nice
Excellent
job.
work to you out there, HASfit tribe.
You did it.
Work portion is done. Let's move into a cool down next. Just a couple moves for you here. We're going to start with a wall chest stretch. If you don't have a wall, you can use a door frame. So it's really, we just need something to place our upper arm against. We're going to have our arm in a 90-degree angle here. And now I'm going to turn my body away from that arm, opening up my chest and shoulders. Just a static stretch. We're just going to hold here. Great one also to help improve our posture.
Good. It's a good thought.
3, 2, 1. Same move, opposite side. Again, get that arm up against the wall and then turn away. These cool down moves are great for some extra mobility work as well as just helping to reduce the soreness over the next few days after we work out. And 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, we're going to move into a standing quad stretch. So we're going to use the wall for this one. You could also use a chair, countertop, or if you've got great balance, you just use your own balance. So I'm going to reach back and I'm going to grab that ankle or foot, keep that knee into my side, and I'm just going to hold. If you can't quite reach it, you can use a band or a towel for this one. Be helpful as well. Those quads got a lot of work in today.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna make sure we show them a little love here at the end of our workout. For 3, 2, 1, down. And of course, we have to do the opposite side next. Again, same move here. Trying your best to keep that knee in. We don't want it flared out. And we're just holding, just a static stretch here. About 85, 90% of what you're capable of. You want to feel a good stretch, but you don't want to feel pain.
That's right.
For 3,
Keep coming back and you'll get even better at
2, 1. That's right. That's how we improve. Keep showing up. Moving to the floor for our last one here. We are going to move into a seated toe touch. If you really just want to stay on your feet, you can do this one from a standing position. The move is very similar. We're just going to reach towards our toes, keep the back of my knees down. Now this might not be a toe touch for you. It might be an ankle touch, a shin touch, or a knee touch. Keep that chin tucked in. Pull back on those toes and you'll get your calves involved. Hamstrings, glutes, lower back, upper back.
And the longer you sit in this position, the further you can reach.
Yeah. So it's nice to kind of just allow yourself to sink down into it. And while we're here, relaxing for a moment, stretching, take a moment to just be proud of yourself for what you achieved today. You decided that you were going to put in the work today. You could have come up with a bunch of excuses not to work out. And we always have plenty of those, don't we? But you showed up and you got it done.
That's right.
You showed that discipline.
Discipline. That's a good word.
And 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, a lot of people talk about, come on up. A lot of people talk about motivation. And motivation is great, but that comes and goes. Discipline, that sticks with you. One of the ways that we found to help you stay accountable and on track and be disciplined is by following a complete exercise program.
That's right. And those exercise programs can be found on the HASfit app.
So go ahead and download it now and check it out.
That's right. Don't forget to like us on your favorite social media channel.
Till next time, I'm Coach Kozak.
And I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.